Don't really know what my move is here while he's running over. Who brought him?
Talking about on Champions League Day, it's John Gibbons with Craig Hannan and Jurgen Klopp.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's just like when we interviewed him in America, mate, isn't it? You know what I mean?
He's a lot quieter this time, isn't he?
I'm just as pleased to see us, I think. But when we came down to have this idea of doing this video, I mean, you'll have seen, if you're a Liverpool fan and you're on social media, you'll have seen this fantastic mural that mural, someone else. Mural that has been painted on Jamaica Street, just outside Liverpool City Centre. We thought we'd come down and do a video here. Every single Liverpool fan who's in town for the game's here as well. So a lot of people will be getting pictures of the back here, which, you know, is sad because that's why we've come here, and it does look brilliant, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really, really impressive. I'd like to have actually, I know LFC have done a video where actually they've set a camera up to see him do it the whole time, so it's not a blag. They haven't just they haven't just stuck this on, have they? They've got you need the evidence for these things, but it's so impressive to watch the video and all the little intricate parts of the painting. So yeah, well inside.
Who knew Craig Hannan thought painting might be a flag? Find out something new about him every day, but it's an exciting night, isn't it? It was always set up. Jurgen Klopp in his press conference yesterday said, look, it's a tough group. It was always probably going to come down to the last game. They'd like to have a little bit more of a buffer because we can obviously still win and not go through, but it makes it for an exciting one, doesn't it? It gets the blood going.
It does, and it's very, very Liverpool, isn't it? Like this is. It feels like this is the kind of night that this club's made for, and that, you know, we've enjoyed so many big European nights under Jurgen Klopp, but it's a knockout game before the knockout stage. Like, yeah. You know, I know he's a brilliant manager, but I didn't think he'd deliver that to us, give us like a proper knockout game, and it feels very like Olympiacos in 2005, doesn't it? It's the same situation. To win by 1 goal or to win by 1-0 or to win by 2 goals, and I like that. And I think that there's, you know, I don't think Liverpool fans going into this game are going to be nervous as such. I think Anfield is going to be bouncing. We're all going to be in there early, and that's why I'm so excited. I just want to get into the ground now.
Can we get on the ale? Probably not quite yet.
You're the boss, to be fair. I'm following your lead.
We're all doomed in every possible way. I mean, you're right. I think like we shouldn't. Yeah, there's going to be some nerves because it means a lot, but you think you're right to be confident. And Jamie Carragher's wrote something really good for The Telegraph today. He does a weekly column with The Telegraph, and he's wrote something about comparing it to Olympiacos and saying in many ways it's similar, but in other ways this team's so much better than the one he played in. And I think that's like a nice thing for him to say, you know what I mean? Because he obviously played it. But he's like, 2005, we were always, you know, reliant on the crowd or reliant on Rafa's tactics or the moments of magic or everything kind of coming together. Or Gerrard just swinging a boot. Yeah. Whereas this time, it's a brilliant team. They've showed it by the league start. It's one of the best starts that any team's ever made in English football history. And Napoli are a good team as well, but Liverpool just need to play as good as they can, and they should be able to do it.
Yeah, that team's here and this team's here. This is probably the best Liverpool team I've ever watched, in terms of you look around the side and you try to find weaknesses, and it's very, very difficult to do so. But yeah, look, we've so many match winners in this team. We aren't a team relying on our captain to deliver that big moment time and time again. This is a team that can have, you know, a moment of magic from Salah or 3 like we saw at the weekend. We've got the likes of Mane, who'll be back tonight. Firmino. There's quality all over the pitch. You know, imagine it's 2-1 Liverpool, we need a goal, and Big Alisson comes up at the end. Like, honestly, this mad football team, this mad football club, I wouldn't put it by them for something mad like that to happen in this night. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it's losing.
I'm hoping it's safer than that, but it's a mad one, isn't it? Because I was thinking about before, we could go 1-0 up early, everyone's feeling good, could go 2-0 up in the second half, but then you're still thinking if they get one, we're out. And like that's presuming that the Paris beat Red Star, and we don't necessarily know, so we could have the old wireless on trying to find out what's going on in that game. So that's what they used to do, lads. Back when we used to win stuff, you have the wireless out all the time.
Work experience girl there doesn't know what wireless is.
Keep you on again, Pete. That was the way we used to do it. Ask your dad on YouTube. Where was I? Yeah. So it might end up being a nervy one all round. Even if Liverpool are doing well with 2-0 up, you still know a goal for them might throw everything under. So it's going to be an exciting one, but that's what you're all in it for, isn't it?
Definitely. And look, this club, we've seen it a few times under Klopp. As soon as we get one goal in these big European nights, then the crowd gets on top of the opposition and starts to swallow them up and gets behind our team, and we shout for everything like no other football team does. We saw Man City succumb to that. We saw Roma succumb to that. Even Borussia Dortmund a few years ago, once we got one. The momentum builds and it builds, and it wouldn't surprise me to see Liverpool get one, get two, get three. I think it's going to be a difficult match. Like, Napoli are far better opposition than Olympiacos were all of those years, and we've seen their quality in the home game. So I don't think any Liverpool fans going in here with any arrogance that we're Liverpool and we just do this. But there is that thing with this football club going into these big games that we kind of live for these nights, and look, I'm confident the Reds can do it. We've seen the form they're in. We're hitting form. Salah's back to his best. The clean sheets, we're just doing clean sheets for fun now, Fingers crossed it isn't a nervy one. Fingers crossed they just put it to bed. And I think that's...
I don't even know what put it to bed.
No, well, that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. What I mean is, on 70, 80 minutes, we're a lovely 4-0 up, so I can just have a nice time instead of... Like, Sean knows I'm a nervous wreck in these games whenever we need to hold on to something. But, it'll be something else.
I don't want to do, tactics of formation, because me and you can't be bothered.
I'm not your man.
We can't be bothered with that at the best of times. But are you picking the little fella?
I'll pick the little fella Are we talking about the same little fella? Oh, of course we're talking about him. I'm picking him, yeah. I think he's the first sub off, isn't he? And I think that's telling at the weekend. I'm picking him, but then I don't think about tactics. I just pick my favourite boss footballers that I want to see in the football pitch, and Shaqiri's definitely one of them. He's going to go with that front three, isn't he? And then we'll see from there. But that's about all the tactics you're getting from me. Pick Shaqiri.
Sound. Listen, it's a massive night for Liverpool. If you're not enjoying tonight, if you're not feeling nervous, then what are you in it for? Get stuck in, get out early, get on the ale. If you're based in Liverpool, get that Evertonian to do your work for you. 3 o'clock, invent some meetings. Get to the pub. If
minimum.
Remember, you've got to see at 4 o'clock, and it's really important. Oh yeah, about the thing about the thing. Yeah. That's happening today. Get out to the pub. Me and Craig will be out. We're introducing alcohol to just to work stuff this afternoon. So
I'm certain that's why you brought us here, so we're not actually in work, so we don't have to go back.
Literally a brewery over there. Literally a brewery. So we're gonna get stuck into that. But if you're not lucky enough to be in Liverpool, make sure you're following everything. make sure there he is. Get into the job. Make sure you're following us on all your social media, on all our social media today. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. We'll be covering it from the heart of wherever it's going on. We'll be there. So share the experience with us if you're not lucky enough to be around. If you are lucky enough to be around, just make sure you're supporting the lads. Make sure you're giving them everything you've got. They're not going to leave any on the pitch. You don't leave any on the stands. And just enjoy it, because it's what it is for. And this fella's made it happen. Jürgen, what a fella. When he came in, I mean, he deserves this, doesn't he? He's not won anything yet, but for what he's done for the football club and what he's done for, to how we feel and how we dream and how we believe what the club's capable of. I mean, what a man.
Like, you see the progression from when he took us over to where we are now, the team, the squad, and the mentality, that shift in mentality from whenever, we were leaving the stadium early, or people were leaving the stadium early during that Palace game, and he was disappointed at that, and he voiced that, to now where we stay beyond the final whistle, because Liverpool are more than likely at some stage going to score, and you see that confidence within the team. And look, opposition fans will always say, oh, he's not won anything, he's going to be under pressure next season if he hasn't won anything. Well, football's about moments, and he's created so many of these massive moments for us to enjoy. Like, I can't believe, I think it was you I was saying it to, that some of the moments that we've enjoyed this season, some fans don't get to do that throughout their whole lives. The last minute winner against PSG, that goal against Everton, and there's going to be loads more of this season, both in the league and in the Champions League, I'm sure of it.
Loads more of this season. Loads more of that fella. I'm just going to go and say nice one. Stay with me. Subscribe to the Anfield app. See you over there.
Sorry, I know what my move is here while he's running over. Who brought him?
We're not used to these situations, though, where it doesn't go wrong for us. So I'm glad that we've all got the positives about it, because it takes away that nervous energy and it gives you that the forceful energy of, nah, this is what we do, this is what we're about. We're Liverpool Football Club on a European Cup night. Tomorrow night it's going to be pitch black, freezing cold, probably rain, and the Kop will be absolutely bouncing, and that's exactly what these games are there for. You said you wanted your own Olympiacos. For this could well be it. You know what I mean? We could be what? Imagine being 2-1 up with 2 minutes to go. You're not telling me there's anyone in that ground who doesn't think Liverpool are going through in that stage, even with the defence that they've got, because Liverpool have got an aura about them. As I say, if we get another one of them tomorrow, it's another step up that says, oh my God, this team can do anything. Imagine what a kick on that'll give for the rest of the league season.
No, I completely agree with that. I don't think there'll be any fans going into this feeling unconfident. You know, the results we've had, it's been a really tough week, and we've come through it flying, to be honest. So everything Kev says is completely true, to be honest. Got nothing to add to that.
And you had loads of sort of City fans and probably Blues last year as well, talking about, atmosphere FC and Liverpool think they can win Champions League nights just on the history and stuff like that. But it's not that. We're going into this game knowing all that, and there's all the context of that, and Klopp knows that, and he's going to try and use that and sort of channel the power of Anfield, as he called it. But also, we've got a really good football team. We've got a football team who can beat anyone in the world on their day, and we know that. We had them results last season mean that we know that we had City, who came as the best team in Europe, so everyone said, and then we absolutely destroyed them.
Well, what we know is what we did to Paris Saint-Germain. It's not even a last season thing. Like we're 2-0 up against Paris Saint-Germain, and really by half time it should be 3. We should be going in there 3 up rather than 2-1.